well, Roids have gotten the rest of their support that they're probably going to get for the rest of their ever. And, you know, at the end of it, they're still pretty fucking shit. I mean, Red Roid Call is an amazing counter trap. The problem is, it's kind of... how would you say it? Not easy to use? Now I know, it's kind of hard to believe that a counter trap that requires a Roid fusion, which already isn't very easy to summon, as all Roid fusion monsters either require a ludicrous amount of materials or very specific materials. In fact, out of these 18 monsters, here are all the ones that require materials, specific materials, and here are all the ones that are materials. Now, some of them are now I know some of the ones that require materials are pretty bad, like Super Vehicroids Stealthy Union, and, you know, Steam Gyroid. Hell, even Ambulance Rescue Roid is pretty bad. Jumbo Drill's okay. I mean, it does piercing damage. That's pretty much it. But it's still a 300 body that is not as hard to summon because it has a 3 material cost. However, Vehicroids have all these other monsters that you can't use to summon 4 of their monsters. You know what you can use them to summon? You can summon Parapsychroid, which is a weak as shit monster. You could use him to summon Mobile Base, but I mean, the only way he's a 3-card, the only way you're gonna summon him in 3 cards is by drawing your instant fusion that you probably won't be able to search. And Barbaroid, which requires you to use 5 Roid monsters, which you will probably never have. Now sure, Mobile Base. Oh, but you could run Predaplant Engine, and you could use it to make a Link 2. Yeah, you could use it to make a Link 2, but that Link 2 will also end up being 1, very weak, 2, that Predaplant Engine already puts more stress on what you need in your hand, and 3, you also are really dependent on not drawing into that Darling Cobra you're running then. And to the point where it wastes your normal summon, meaning, even if you wanted to, you wouldn't have been able to resolve Mobile Base's effect, where it'd switch into the monster zone out from under that link zone, even if you wanted to, because your normal summon would be gone. So, what do we have here? We have a shitty normal monster. You have Armoroid, but you're never gonna summon him or run him anyways. And yes, he is by all technicality a Vehicroid monster. He was a fusion in I believe it was in the manga, and then they just made him into a normal monster. You could guess, you could guess what he'd be fucking made out of. Oh, you have Rescueroid, which is weak as shit and not really reliant on anything. You have UFO-Roid, whose only fusion requires you to use a warrior monster, which you probably won't have. You have Steamroid, which honestly gets bigger attack than its fucking fusion monster. However, it's only on your turn when you attack with it. You've got Drillroid, who honestly, it just destroys whatever's in defense position. You have all these other motherfuckers that I could continue to go on and on and on about. You have that new Mixroid. You have their field spell, you have their archetypal fusion card, which is pretty good, but it only applies to these 3 motherfuckers. You're not even going to summon this one, you're probably never going to summon this one, and you'll probably just spam the shit out of this one. And, you know, this gets cucked, a lot of things get fucked in this entire deck, just by hand traps. So, here's the moral of the story. It doesn't matter how good this shit is. It doesn't matter. Don't play Vehicroids. Just don't. It doesn't. You could try to play them as Barbaroid Turbo. I won't stop you. Good on you for doing that. But they still are fucking terrible. In fact, I would say Red Void Call would be the only good card you'd be running in that deck. 'Cause the fact still remains, it's a good counter trap, ruined by a terrible fucking requirement. That, even if you wanted to summon that mobile base without that instant fusion, requires, if you're lucky, 2 fusion spells, at minimum 2 of the same monster, or Gyroid and Steamroid, and then 1 other Vehicroid monster that you would use to summon mobile base. So, you can have fun with that, but they're still fucking terrible.